It's another Mystic Monday and another fun day. Dooby.
Oh, hello there, Egil. I didn't see you around this little corner. What are you doing?
I'm alright, Bragi.
I've just been to see my cousin, Bragi.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, I've just been walking in the old village on Northworthy.
Oh.
And I went past, you know that old haunted house over that way?
That way, yeah.
Yeah. With the old man with the old beard.
Skinny fella,
Yeah.
long beard.
Some say he's a ghost. No,
Oh.
ghost real.
Ghosts.
Are you afraid of a ghost?
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Hi there. Talking about ghosts. Well, it's something of an esoteric thing, but there are various programs on, some better than others. But from what I've worked out, there are two types. You have residual hauntings. If you like, imagine a big tape recorder, stone tape theory, where a traumatic event is given off energy, released into the stone of a wall of a house or something like that, and certain conditions bring it about where it replays the events. Then you have like intelligent hauntings, and that's where you can ask questions and you get a response from it, not always polite. So what do you do when you meet a ghost? Well, not all ghosts are nasty, not all ghosts are nice. They were people like you or I. And to deal with a ghost, imagine they can look inside your head. So their reaction is to make you angry or scared, because you give off electricity from that, and that's like having a nice beef sandwich to the spooks. So imagine a television where the aerial's pulled out and you just got static, or if you want to be particularly unpleasant to them, think of fire. That soon slows them down. I find that most ghosts you can accommodate are quite pleasant. They're like anyone else. You explain, look, your time's done. You can send them on to the next stage, or like in my flat, I say, you behave yourself and I won't be nasty to you. And it seems to work by and large. So there's that to it. However, sometimes you hear knocking, and if you hear 3 knocks, you've got problems, because that's not a ghost, that's a demon. And demons tend to disguise themselves as sweet little girls. So you may see the image of a little girl. Be on your guard, call in a professional, because that may well be a demon. Now, the thing about demons, they don't just occur. They come because they are summoned, and that is usually some numpty has a Ouija board. Ouija board should not be used in any way, shape or form. It's the spiritual equivalent of you having your front door wide open with your bank book and your PIN number and your car keys and your insurance policies there, and wonder why you get it stolen. You don't know who you are bringing in. You say, is that Sid Smith? It doesn't have to be Sid Smith. It could be something equally unpleasant. And once they're there, they take some shifting. So, if you've got a Ouija board, don't use it at all. Get rid of it. Burn it. I am not being over dramatic. I've seen some terrible things because people use Ouija board. They shouldn't be allowed out, but there's even places that make them and sell them. Don't be fooled by it. You see them on television. Well, it causes no end of problems. Don't use Ouija boards. That should be your mantra. And if you've got a ghost in your house, well, not all ghosts. They're not just there to scare you. It's not like Scooby-Doo. Maybe they're trying to tell you something. If you can enter into a dialogue, there's a thing called an EVP, electronic voice protector. Basically it works on the static you find on radio waves. You usually get a torrent of abuse to start with. Don't ask me why, it's just how it is. Don't rise to it. Don't get angry, don't get scared. And yeah, you usually find ghosts may appear when you start moving or doing alterations to a room or a house. A friend of mine moved his father into what was their dining room, and we got a bit of spookiness. It's nothing to worry about. It's just, if you can imagine you're living here in this time and place, and then 100 years from now things have changed, but your spook can still see it as it was. You start moving stuff around, they get a bit upset. Well, that's their problem. You have to explain your time on earth is done, it's time for you to move on, or just suck up what's going on. What about these ghost walks and things like that? That's up to you. That's entirely up to you. Don't be surprised if you get upset. One thing to be aware of on ghost walks and haunted localities, spooks can stick to you like a bit like a sticking plaster. I'll give you for instance, it happened to me. I went on we were doing a vigil at an old silk mill in Derby, and I was sitting in the office and a stone come whizzing past my nose, and I said, or roughly, "Goodness, who threw that?" I went home and I was sitting in the front room, and I had a toilet duck in the bathroom, and it went flying across the room. "Goodness," I said, "what an awful thing to happen." I'm only paraphrasing. And I sent the spook back. What it had done, it had latched onto me, and I brought it back home. After a couple of 100 years in the ether, it's a bit of a change. Can't blame them. But as long as you send them back, you don't have to be nasty. You just have to be firm. So, there's a few things about spooks for you. I hope it's been of use. And if you see one, you know what, there's one thing. I think my sister said to me, "I've never seen a ghost." And I said, "How do you know?" You could be walking through the city centre of any city, and you may see somebody who's got slightly out-of-date clothes, and that could be a ghost. So, next time you're walking around a city, keep them peeled and have fun. Happy spook hunting. Bye.